Hi everyone, my name is Rupi and I'm here to talk about my upcoming project. It's called the Muffin Project. Before I go on to there, I'm going to talk a little about my education, my experience, and the purpose of my upcoming project. When it comes to my experience, I've been in the early childhood field for almost 20 years, and I went to school and I got my diploma in early childhood. I got my degree in child and youth care, specializing in child protection. And after I had kids, I went back to school and I recently finished my master's in education in early childhood at UBC. And I've worked with children from preschools, daycares, day camps, just various capacities with children and families. So I really thought I knew what it was like to work with children and what it could possibly look like to be a parent. And it was after I finished my degree, we decided to have children. So it was about 10 years after we were married. And you know what? I can say I really had no idea. Even though I was in the field, I had no idea what my life was going to look like. I love being a mom. But wow, those emotions, those feelings, like they're there. So that's what I want to talk about. I got pregnant and I knew something wasn't connected, and I could never pinpoint it. I didn't tell anybody, but I felt like I just wasn't connected with being pregnant, and I can't explain it. And then I had my baby, and a week before I had my baby, someone had said to me, "It's okay if you don't love your baby." And I remember my husband was really offended, and I said, "I just want to say to that person, thank you, because you making that comment made me feel like I was real and made me feel like it's not just me," because I really didn't. I mean, I knew I was supposed to love my child, but I felt like there was a connection missing, and I can't explain it. The baby's born, and we come home, and I was so overwhelmed. I didn't understand what to do, and I asked my mom to take her, and I went into the room, and I just cried. And I cried a lot for the next few days, and I was like, I'm not sure how this is supposed to feel, but I'm like, I remember everybody used to post these beautiful pictures of, day 3 of their child. I didn't have those. And yeah, I had a really hard time, and I remember I went to the doctors after 4 or 5 days, and there was a sign, and it said, do you have signs of postpartum? And I'm going to read you those signs or symptoms. Feeling depressed, excessively crying, difficult bonding with your child, withdrawing from your family and friends, loss of appetite, inability to sleep, overwhelming fatigue and loss of energy, feeling inadequate, feeling not a good mother, and thoughts of harming your child and your baby. I read that poster, and I think I had about 15 minutes before my appointment, and it really hit me hard because I'm in the field of education. I'm supposed to know what to do. And it turns out, yeah, I have it. And the only thing I didn't want to do was to harm myself or my baby. But yeah, I can tell you 4 or 5 days after giving birth, I did not feel like a good mom. I did not feel inadequate. And I withdrew a lot of my family and friends from me because I just didn't feel like I knew what I was doing. And I remember coming home like a couple days after I had told my husband that I think I have postpartum, and I cried a lot. And he's like, "I don't know what that is." I'm like, "You know what? You just need to talk to me every day. But if I'm not better in 8 weeks, you gotta take me to someone, and I have to talk to someone about my feelings." And it was hard. Like I cried a lot, and I think it was really hard because I had a lot of friends that had kids, and they would post these beautiful pictures of them and their baby, and yeah, that didn't happen. Like, I mean, I was lucky that I got up and I didn't cry for one day, but it didn't happen. And I would write my thoughts down, and I started finding out my triggers, and it was like little things like, "Oh, you're so beautiful, and you're such an amazing mom, and she looks just like you, and you're so good at this." And then in my head, I was like, "No, I'm not, because if you saw me 30 seconds ago, I was broken, I was falling apart. I've been crying the entire morning, and you haven't seen that." But my husband, he was really good. Like, he would talk to me every day, and I remember one time he came home with this rose. And it was just to remind me, I mean, it was a simple rose, just a gesture that it's gonna be okay. And my daughter was born almost 7 years ago, and I still have this rose. It's right here. And I keep it as a reminder that I'm good. I'm in a good place. I know it's a simple thing. And you know what? After a lot of talking, I was able to get through it. And so I wrote this poem of my thoughts. It's called My Box. I have this plan. It's in a box. Everything is perfect. Everything is ready. But I'm not ready to open the box. Then the box explodes. My whole plan is in pieces. I can't even find the box. I am mad. I am broken. I am miserable. My perfect plan in a box is gone and nothing is left. Piece by piece, I pick up the few pieces I have to see. I build again with tape, tears, and laughter. And this box is definitely not perfect, but it's strong. But my new plan is a different one now. It includes courage, strength, and to move on. And I honestly think I couldn't be here today if I didn't talk about those feelings that I had. I can't even explain to you, but I would love to be a part of your journey and help you get through it. So the Muffin Project is to come to you and to talk to you and, you know, hear about your stories of, you know, how you've been feeling. And it's not just talking to moms, it's talking to dads too. And when I come to your home, I would love to bring you some muffins, because I know when you're a new parent, it's hard to cook, it's hard to eat, and just to have some company. So I would hope to share my journey with you and help you, and just so that, you know, people are there and we care. But you just gotta talk to someone, and I would love to share your story and be a part of your journey.